Power Rangers Tank Force, not the animal one. This is before the animals one.
Before the animals? That was before the animals?
Tank Force, yeah.
I don't know if that's true. They always jump into giant robots, right?
Yeah.
And the yellow one was the cheetah robot.
Yeah.
Not in this version.
Then what did they jump into?
Robots as well.
Yeah, so what animal? It wasn't an animal.
There's like this yellow robot with two
That's lame then. It needs to be a giant robot animal to be interesting. Right. After position vectors, I think it's IJK, isn't it? Okay.
Are
Right.
they acronyms?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Ignatius.
you're talking about what?
No. Okay.
No.
I shall tell you right now if I did. And the word's not submit. Give me a different verb. Don't tell him. Did I put the maths coursework video? No. Don't tell him!
I know. Do you know it?
You do know it. I'm sure you do know it.
If you don't say it, I'll make fun of you for the rest of the day. Tell them the opposite of the word.
Yes.
But if you want this video on your laptop, what do you do to it?
Yeah. The opposite?
If you want him to put the video on the internet, what does he do? Good job,
Lee. Good job. Yes, it looks like I did upload it already.
It was there the whole time.
Huh? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. Yes. But you're asking about the physics, or what were you asking about? Oh, I would have uploaded that a long time ago, yeah.
Math coursework 2 is uploaded?
The video.
From last year.
The video of last year, but I did have a small class on it in Excel, didn't I? For the math.
No, math.
Now, is this going to be like the physics things with the lines?
No, seriously. Math coursework, we didn't have
anything on.
an Excel lesson. We talked about it, but it's not an Excel lesson.
No, what I remember what happened was I wanted to do an Excel lesson on the maths, but I only did it on the physics because what we did in the physics you can do in the maths as well. Because what I wanted to show you how to do in Excel was how to make the graph. Was one thing. And I do remember showing you how to make random numbers in Excel. I do remember that.
Random numbers, yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's all you need to see. Because there's the only other stuff in the coursework is stuff you learned how to do in class. The Simpson's rule and the trapezoid rule. Now, you can use Excel for that. So listen to me. You can use Excel for Simpson and trapezoid, but if you really want to use your calculator like you did in class, you remember the table I showed you? And then just type that table into your Word document? That's fine too. Unlike the physics, you can do more of the maths without Excel. You can just use your calculator. The only time you really need Excel for the maths coursework is the graph and the random numbers. But in fact, your calculator has a random number button on it. If you look at it there, look at the decimal point. I think it says rand above it. I think it's the decimal point. Can you shift rand and see what you get? Yeah, and press equals. And you got a random number between 0 and 1. Yeah?
What's the random number?
What's a random number?
It's
Any number?
between 0 and 1.
In Excel and your calculator, random numbers are numbers numbers picked blindly between 0 and 1. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah. And what do we exactly do with that?
That is required for task 3 of the coursework. Because you are asking me this, it means you're at most on task 2. But it's possible that you're on task 1 or even no task at all. Which of those statements is true?
You got that.
I figured it out, did I?
And do we have to type in all the formulas like the last?
Yes. Just like coursework 1.
And is there a word limit?
I would have had it on the page.
You gave us a page.
Yes.
Or Moodle?
And it's on Moodle too.
Online, not on the page. Big difference. Like the book.
On the page online.
Online. On paper. Big difference.
So,
Yes.
we use this to generate the random numbers? or-
No, I was just making the point that you're quite free to even just use your calculator. But Excel has a random function in it, which I did show you how to do in class. But maybe if you're very good, I know that's crazy. Maybe if you're very good, we might have a quick Excel refresher later today.
I think it is too early.
Yes, I believe so.
Today is too soon.
Friday.
Friday?
When is the due date?
Wednesday.
Monday is good.
Is it?
No.
No, Friday.
Friday. Okay, Friday then. And if you like, you can bring your laptop on Friday to practice too. Okay, can you write this down? Base, please. Got that? Yes, good idea. Okay. So last time we learned how to rewrite vectors. So for example, I'd say, here's two vectors, and write this vector in terms of this one plus this one. So for example, if this is A and this is B, then this vector looks like it could be 2A plus B. Can you picture that? Like 2A is plus a B. Roughly. So, do you think it's possible to write any vector as a sum of any two other vectors? So in other words, well, maybe not. Like for example, if I pick two random vectors, let's call this A and let's call this B, and then I pick some other vector, just call it C over here. Is it always possible to write C as so many A's plus so many B's?
Yes. Yes.
The people who say no, why not?
I think yes.
The people who say yes, no, that's best.
The people who said yes, why?
Because you can always use fractions and multiples.
The answer is no. It's not always possible. There's only one small requirement. You can always write C as two other vectors, provided that the two other vectors are not parallel. Trick?
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, so let's say here's A and here's B. Is it possible to write C in terms of A and B?
This
No.
one, no. But the one you showed us, yes.
Yeah, but you weren't
No.
listening to me. I said, is it always possible to write any vector as a sum of two other vectors? And the answer is no, it's not always possible. But as long as they're not parallel,
It's a condition.
with a condition. Yes. Conditions are important in life. So, with that in mind, we're going to introduce 3 new special vectors. Vector I is like this. Vector J is like this. And vector K is like this. And these vectors are perpendicular. And they each have a length of 1 unit. They are unit vectors as well, which equals 1. So these are, by unit I mean they have a length of 1, and they're perpendicular. What's confusing you?
That doesn't make sense. Perpendicular like the group road.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I, J, K. They're
Because they were on the same
plane. No. So this is in 3 dimensions. You know, like those stupid movies nobody go to. 3D. Yeah. In maths we don't call it 3D. There's a different word for it. Does anyone know the word for it?
3-dimensional.
Wow!
Anyone except Yahya?
Multiplanar?
Good guess.
No,
Fancy word, but not this.
I think it's the one in chemistry. There's trigonometric pyramidal.
That's the name of the shape.
In maths we don't call it 3D. We call it or cubed. Oh, it hurts. So what's 2D? Yeah. Okay, so this is called I, J, and K are called basis vectors. And the reason they're called basis vector is because any vector can be written as a sum of I, J, and K. So you could say vector OR is so many I's plus so many J's plus so many K's. So for example, this would be 2 to the I, 1 to the J, and 3 down the K.
What's the arrow?
This is used to this is representing that they are basis vectors. They're still vectors, but they're important vectors.
How did we find out that it's 2 and 3?
Oh no, this is just an example. What's the verb? Give me a verb, Florin. Oh no, come on, try. Good for your English. Yeah.
I only know the more.
Okay, what's the more? Expand, good. You don't know the opposite. Make up a word, the opposite of expand. Give you what? Give you a hint? No, make up a word.
Starts with a C.
Or is that?
Unexpand, maybe. Anti-expand. Huh? The opposite of expand is contract. But there's a simpler word. You can say zoom in, zoom out. So what do you want me to do? Zoom in or zoom out? Go on, have a guess first. Zoom in or zoom out?
Out.
In.
No, she's right. Out. Oh. Zoom out. There you go.
Oh,
I saw them.
we are planning to go to the beach today. And the train.
I don't want to seem culturally insensitive, so so forgive my question. But what's the point in going to the beach if you can't eat ice cream?
We're planning to break.
Because culturally in Ireland, going to the beach means getting some ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah. Look, you don't like chocolate, okay? So none of your opinions matter to me. Are you going to break your fast on the beach? Is this?
No.
I don't think we're going to be trading it.
And it's supposed to get worse by the night, so rather not risk it.
Good, so the rain will start just in time for when you have to break your fast. Wonderful timing. Just think about all those poor Irish students who have to take exams today. The college, the secondary school final exams are this month. Picture it.
Well, when did they finish school? How many months did they get like vacation?
June, July and August.
When they do the exams?
This is June.
Except for exams, and exams are in June. So they'll have July and August. If they didn't have exams, they'd be on the beach right now eating their ice cream. Oh, sorry. Okay, can I scroll down? Oh, come on, hurry up, yeah. Which beach would you go to?
Malahide?
Malahide's good, yeah. It's what? Far? You think so?
What do you think is a nice place?
Malahide's not far. What is it, like 15 minutes on the train?
Drop us there with your transit card.
You can hold right there. Yeah.
Huh?
So, where to go?
Oh, the bus will be too long. Yeah, you take the train.
Yeah, you take the bus to the train.
So when I go it's from my house to
Wait,
1 hour.
sorry, yeah.
The train only 15 minutes.
Yeah, on the 15th, yeah. You went to Malahide?
Yeah.
You liked it? What did you have to eat?
I buy the sandwich.
Sandwich? You went all the way to Malahide and got a sandwich?
I go to Malahide Temple, Malahide Garden.
Good.
Malahide.
Good.
Malahide Garden.
Good. And you decided to have a sandwich after all that. Why not?
It's full.
Why not Malahide fish and chips?
Expensive.
Oh yeah, okay. Fish and chips are expensive. It's like €10.
Really?
But it's good.
You know the restaurant we saw you in once?
Yes.
This the big piece is for €10.
Good.
Unlimited.
I was talking to the owner of that restaurant. I said, are you doing Ramadan? He said, yes. I'm like, well, that's tough because my father and I were sitting there going, another can of Coke. Another can of Coke, please.
But it's so nice.
He's a very nice man.
Yeah,
he's very nice.
We wanted to buy some pizza to break our fast food, and he closes at like 9 because like he goes out
Yeah.
to break.
But he opens up for pizza time.
No, I think it's he was like come at like 8:30 and take it. We were like he was like, are you fasting? And we were like, yeah. He's like, okay, just come at 9:20 or 9:30.
Very nice. And most importantly, good prices.
Yeah.
Good prices. That is the most important thing for me.
Good flavors too.
I know the price. Okay, so the reason we call this a vector base is because any vector can be written using these. Let me give you a simple example in 2 dimensions. So here is I, and here is J. Well, please, I don't have the energy for you. Please. You're confusing me. Right. This is vector OR. So, tell me, class, how many I's does it look like this here, and how many J's?
3 eyes and J.
3 I's? Oh yeah, maybe.
2.5.
Oh, let's squeeze in. We'll pretend it's 3, and then 1 J. So this is like 3 I's. I think the heat is affecting your brain.
Whoa, what was that?
It's affecting the laptop too.
Okay. Now, the advantage of you... Oh, and by the way, we have this convenient notation that rather than writing it like this all the time, if you don't want to write I and J, you can write this just quite shortly as 3, 1 and 0.
Oh no.
And this is short. Have you seen this before?
What do you need the zero?
No,
The K.
The K, there's no K. It's like that, yeah.
No, it just looks like nothing at all.
No K.
Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
so how do you know which one is the three? Like the
It's always IJK.
It's always RJ.
Yeah. Can I scroll down now? What's that? Nice. Please. Could you at least open your hardback there and write in vector spaces and leave a space to pretend you're making notes? So if that notebook gets lost, we'll know it's yours because there's a Power Ranger sticker in it tonight.
They always keep my notebook safe.
Yes. Oh yes. True.
But she loves me, that's
Yes. Yes.
the blood ranger.
Yes.
Arr.
Yes. Yes. You guys all need a lot of therapy. Right. Let's have a look at why using I, J and K is useful. So for example, let's say here's our vector or, and this is X and Y. And we'll just forget about the K for the moment. So, how big is this side of the vector? How many units?
X.
X. Because if it's XI, how long is I? 1 unit. So if I have X of them, this is X units. And likewise, this one is Y units. If I want to know the magnitude, do you remember what magnitude is from physics?
Yeah.
The length of the vector. How can I find that by using X and Y?
Root x squared plus y squared.
Yeah.
What do you mean by like I and J are one? I mean, like
The vector is the length of 1 on your paper.
one what?
Whatever unit you're using. Meters, then it's meters. A meter.
It's always
1 unit, yes. Now, if you have 3 dimensions, want to have a guess at what the formula might be?
Cube root
Yeah?
squared
Yeah?
x cubed
Yeah?
plus y cubed
Yeah?
plus k plus z.
K cube?
Z, Z.
Ah, no. Not this. Good guess though.
Why was that cube? Like all.
No, wait.
So,
Because the only difference to here is that the Z is 0.
Check this again.
Ah, it's a tricky day today. It's the weather.
I wasn't fasting.
Are those fever patches to cool you down? They sounds like a good idea.
Where would you put one?
My back gets quite hot, but I think I would feel more refreshing on my face. I think actually what would be most refreshing is if I could put it on your mouth. That would really help me out the most. Of all the places I could put it.
everyone.
Yes, it'd be refreshing for the whole class.
What's one? What's one?
Everyone.
No, so boy.
Can you, while you're fasting, could you put something like that on your forehead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't give you any nutrients, like it doesn't feed your body indirectly.
I don't think that would. If anything, it might even drain stuff from you, I don't know. Theta. So, what's the formula for finding the angle here?
What's the formula
For getting theta.
for calculus?
Come on, you know this from physics. How do I get the theta? Yes, go on, Mom. Thank you. You remember that we did it in physics, week 1, chapter 1, semester 1.
Yes.
Your forgetfulness concerns me.
No, I was thinking.
Oh, Sakatoa. Oh, yeah.
No,
I got it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. I'm just joking. Yeah. We did this one in physics too. Okay, can I scroll down to some examples now? No, not yet. Fluon. How many of those do you have, and how much are they? Only 2. Where do you get them?
Probably going to be hot.
Beat that.
I'm pretty sure they have.
Not carrying here.
No, I'm pretty sure they have.
You're getting
I find it.
Where are you from?
Yes, it's
Saudi
out.
Arabia.
You know, teacher would like to try one.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? It'll be cold tomorrow. All right.
The best place to put it on is your
The back of the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
27.
Bro! Oh my god,
Hi. Faisal, Yahya, Omar and Juan. It's really hot. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm a white boy and I will not do well in the heat. So please, if you make me angry, you'll only make me hotter, and that's not good. Okay, please. Because then I'll get angrier and hotter, and then somebody is dying. Okay. Please. Right. Can I do an example then? Yes? Yes?
Yeah.
One nice thing about using a vector basis is it makes it really easy to add vectors. For example, let's say I have the vector 2i's, 3j's, and a minus k. And then I have the vector 4i's, 2j's, and 2k's. If I want to add these vectors together, it's super easy. I just add the i's, j's, and k's. So this will be 6, 5, and 1. Now adding vectors is something we can do easily. What about multiplying vectors? So what do you think 2 or 1 is?
You multiply it by 2.
So it will be
4, 6 minus 2.
2 4s are 4. Okay,
2 4s are not 4.
2 2s are
2 2s are 4.
But there's a 4 up there.
I'm looking at just or 1. And for example, what is minus 3 or 2 as another example?
Minus 12, minus
3 3s are 9 then.
Where are you
6.
getting this from?
Times 2.
I'm taking this, which is or 2, and I'm multiplying it by minus 3.
R1 and R2 and
Is it okay?
Yeah, R1 multiplied by R1.
Are you overheating as well?
that's what I thought.
I think it's you.
Is this okay? I thought this was straightforward. Is it okay?
So the 2 is
I just picked an example.
coefficient. It's not like,
Not like what?
you're not saying 2 R1, 2 times R1.
yeah. 2 R1 is 2 times R1.
Yeah.
No, 2 R1 is R1 multiplied by
Yeah.
R1.
No, it is not.
Yeah,
That is off. Does anyone have a problem with this, or is it just Andrew?
No, that's R1 squared.
Yeah. What's on, Andrew, with you? 2R1 is 2 times R1, and that's it. There's no R1 times R1. In fact, we haven't actually learned how to do that. Well, we kind of did in physics with the left-hand rule. But the problem with the left-hand rule is the vectors need to be perpendicular. And if you use R1 and R1, then they're not perpendicular, it's the same vector. So we haven't actually done how to even do R1 times R1. So 2 times R1 is double R1. Just picture the vector multiplying by 2 in length. Is that okay now? Yeah? Okay. So at the start of the chapter on vectors, we learned that the way to multiply a vector is like by 2 is to make the picture twice as long. But now by using I, J and K, we don't have to. We just multiply all the numbers by 2. Can I go down to the next thing? Yeah? Okay, so I'll give you a small little question to try. Here is the vector 5i, 12j, and 0k. And I want you, we'll call this vector actually, I don't know, q. And this is vector q. And I want everybody to try and find a vector. I'll call it q with a hat. And this q with a hat is a unit vector. And it points in the same direction. So in other words, find this from this. It's the same, except it's a unit in length. Length is 1. I'll give you a minute to try and figure it out.
Is K always to the side?
Does it, huh?
Do I, J, K have a specific direction?
They do actually. Now in the exam they don't care about this. But in 3 dimensions I believe we draw it like this. I, J, K.
But they don't care about it.
In the exam, no.
I is X and J is Y. And then the K is the one that's the other thing.
Well, no, because some people might have talked about, shouldn't it be like this? I, J, K.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, but it's not. You're not paying attention. You're just going off in Faisal land. I, J, K. This is how you draw it.
It looks like
It is weird.
I'll go to the I check.
You said I, J, K.
Is it like this? Like a shape like this?
No, it's like this. I, J,
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's not. It's not. You just did the same thing I told you. It's not. The I and the J are on the ground. The K is height.
Oh! Like, oh.
K is Y.
So like this.
Yes, Y is like the apple person down.
Whoa, my hand is the vector. Is that okay now? Can you try this for a minute? Give me the Q hat, the unit vector.
That's the formula, you're not vector over same direction or what? Yes, sure.
When we get
Yes?
information on how long the queue with the hat is in relation to the other queue.
I don't need to tell you this. You can work that out.
Yeah. Is it like IJK too? or is it like one value?
Oh no, it's ijk because it's a vector.
This, according to this drawing, I plus k?
No.
We don't know.
Okay. How long is the vector q?
Q,
13 units. How'd you get that?
that's
Yeah,
Pythagoras. Q is 13 units long.
correct.
Yeah, what's the Q and that?
Q at the half is 1/13 of Q.
Boom!
Okay, nice.
So 1/13 of 5, 1/13.
No, not of 5.
Well, yeah, 5.
Okay.
So Q hat is 5 over 13, 12 over 13, and 0.
How do you know it's not?
How do I know what?
Yeah.
It's one over
This is the unit vector?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The unit vector doesn't mean it's one unit.
Yes, it does.
It's one over the
A unit vector means its length is 1 unit. Hence the name unit vector.
Like it's measured in units, so you call it unit vector. But it doesn't mean that.
But I measure height in a unit. I don't call it a unit height. You know. How do I measure temperature? Oh, in unit temperatures. I'm only teasing Houston. No, this is an important grammar point, okay? In English, whenever we use unit as an adjective, like unit vector, unit time, unit whatever, it always means one of that thing. So, for example, this always confused me in elementary school. I'll show you here.
Q is this.
Yeah, cute little Stephen, yeah. So, I'm sure. This is 1,250. Or let's make it 56. I'm not going to slow down. 1,256. So we always learned this is called the thousands place. This is called the hundreds place. This is called the tens place. And I thought, well then this is going to be called the ones place. And it's like, no, it's called the unit place. I'm like, oh, what? This doesn't make any sense. Why would you give it a different name? I don't know. In English, unit means one. So unit vector means a vector of one length. Unit time, what would unit time be?
Second.
1 second. Now, I'm confusing Huang, am I? What's confusing you? In English, when you say unit blank, that means one of blank. So for example, unit time equals 1 second. You understand?
Why not like
Because this is the standard SI unit for time. You remember SI? System International?
about
Yeah! Guys, what would 1 meter be called? Using this language. 1 meter is unit length. What would be 1 kilogram? Unit mass. Unit time equals 1 second. What is, you're going to love this one, what is time unit?
Seconds.
Yes, correct.
It's the unit of time.
Yeah.
the hammer.
Yeah. Something like that. Yes. I know. English, huh? Okay. Continue, another example. The very last, yeah?
Could you explain how this 5 over 13 over 13 works?
Yeah, I'll do another quick example. Guys, this vector here is 3I plus 4j. What is the length of this vector? Its length is 5 units. So if I want a unit vector using this vector to begin with, I need to make this vector smaller. This vector is 5 units long. That's too big. But if I use a fifth of it, then that's only 1 unit long. So 1/5 of 3I plus 4j is what? 3 over 5I plus 4 over 5j. Now tell me what you're thinking, Andrew. Does that make sense or not? You seem confused.
The multiplication makes sense.
Yeah. What?
What did we get?
We got this vector, which is basically the original vector, but just now of length 1. So it'd be like, taking something which is 2 meters long and cutting it in half so you can have a unit length of it. So what we're doing is we're cutting the vector so that we're left with a unit length of it. You seem confused.
No, I get it. Because at first I thought we're trying to find out how many of the small arrows we need to fit.
The big arrow? Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not what we're trying to do, but I have the answer to that question. It's 5. Yeah. Okay, continue. Yeah. Let's have a look here at the workbook. It's slowly loading. There we go. Oh yeah, the last thing to show you, but again, because you're physics students, it's baby stuff. I give you a vector, and I say its length is 5 units, and I give you the angle, and I want the I and the j.
Oh no.
So what will it be here? Yeah, so what would that be?
5 cos 45 and plus 1.
Like I said, baby stuff.
But they have to be in this order, yeah?
Yeah, I, J, K.
So the directions aren't I is to the
Yes.
right.
Well, yes. In 2 dimensions, this is I and this is J. Correct. And this is normally what everybody uses. In 3 dimensions, it's a bit weird. This is I, this is J, and this is K. Yeah. Now, in the exam, they don't really do diagrams of these because they're too difficult to draw. So, it's not something to be worrying about, really.
No, I asked the questions for the order of these 3, this I have to do first 2.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. You have that? Yeah? Okay, we'll try some questions for a few minutes and then we'll go to the next vector topic. Let me just see what's after base here. Right. Okay. Here we go. These are very easy. I want you to try some of these and then afterwards we'll go to the next topic. Okay. Yeah, so easy. Just 5 minutes. Try a couple of these. Lee, you're awake. Good. I'm glad you kept your top and pants on while you sing. You don't know how to do these. You don't know how you fell asleep. It's a mystery.
You want me to show you? I'll show you.
Yes. I think it was putting your head on the table was step 1. Step 2, closing your eyes.
That's what you say, 5 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Step 3, wait a short amount of time and sleep. The real question I want to know is, how did you wake up? Actually, guys, do you want, I don't know, I know most of you are fasting, but do you want to walk downstairs and get some fresh air? Because it is cooler on the ground floor, by the stairs where the stone is. Because all the heat is rising up the building. On the ground floor it's cooler if you want to just stand there for a few minutes. You know heat goes up, don't you?
Yeah, what? Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to go downstairs to cool down slightly, you can.
What's if I do it before? Then I'll come back up.
I know, I was only joking, it's okay. It's okay. Try it or keep it? I know, I would keep it. I want to keep it. No, because if I like it, I would want to keep it. No, you're teased. Don't tease me. You know this word? Can I keep it? No. You're sure I won't like it? But what if I like it?
Try it, put it on, and then give it back to you.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Ew.
can I keep it? You see, you don't want me to keep it. no, not believable.
Okay, well, then, no, you don't think I'm a useless.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure those hands haven't touched many snails today. Exactly. So it's cool. Cool. How many people have used that one? You've used it? Yusuf has used it? You've used that one?
No, she puts it in my hand.
Yeah. Against your will. It'd be nice to know whose sweat I'm pushing onto my skin. It's good to know this. Oh, I'm dying here. I'm actually shocked I haven't seen Lee with a frappuccino. Like this is perfect Lee frappuccino weather. But why not? You spent all your frappuccino money too quickly. You didn't save any for the summer. What time is breakfast at? 9:56. Today is the longest. Now it's 10.
Exactly
10 on the button.
Yes.
Today is the longest day of the year. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like longer with a minute. Like a minute longer.
This is the longest day of the year. This is more important in cultures nearer to the north, like Ireland, that have a strong farming tradition. It's not as important, I imagine, in Saudi Arabia, where it doesn't change too much throughout the year. I don't know, probably like when does rainy season start or something, or what would be the equivalent in...
We don't have a rainy season. We have rainy season.
Yeah.
But is it random?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
It's not like, by the end of October.
No, it is kind of around.
There's a certain time of year.
There's a certain time, but the
But then they
most
can't
of the time it's sunny,
Yeah.
even during that time of the year.
Okay.
And one day it will just rain something, so.
Okay. So no rain season then. The ancient people of Ireland, maybe like 5,000 years ago, we don't know much about them because they didn't obviously have any writing, because it was before writing. But we think that they probably worshipped maybe the sun, because the sun would have been important for their lives. And I'm sure you've heard about this, but there's a place slightly north of Dublin called Newgrange. Have you heard of Newgrange? No. It's older than the pyramids, which is cool.
The hexagonal shaped stones?
No, not that far north. It's built.
The Teletubbies hill?
Yes, the Teletubbies Hill. It's a man-made hill, 5,000 years ago. And what's special about it is that for the whole year, it's completely dark, no light gets in. But they made it so that the little window at the front will let light in for 10 minutes once a year, when the day is at the shortest. So on December 21st at 9 o'clock, this is when the day is the shortest, and this is when the sunlight just about gets into the window and the cave is lit up. But then for the rest of the year it's completely dark. So they think that this might have been a place of a ritual where people believed this is when the sun wins over the darkness, and then the days start to get longer again. And then there's another site for today when the day is at the longest. Yeah. It's interesting. Because these are called Neolithic people. Do you know? Ever heard of this, Neolithic? It means their life was. They used a lot of stone. You know, lots of their tools were stones. Their buildings were stones as well, and their artwork was carved in stones. But they had no writing, so we kind of guess, you know, what they believed. But interestingly, this is the reason why. You probably know this, Andrew. This is the reason why Christmas is on December 25th. Did you know this? No, I didn't. When the early Christians were trying to convert the pagans, which are the people who believe like the sun and all this, they decided to put Christmas on December 25th, so it could be at the same time as their traditional celebration of the sun. So it kind of helped them to convert, you know. I don't know. I think it's interesting.
You've seen the
the
meme
floor is lava.
about the floor is lava?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Is this a new level?
The floor is EU.
Nice. That's weird. That's not photoshopped, is it? Yusuf, what's your home country? It's Egypt. So pyramids would be, the Egyptians would be the oldest civilization there. Pharaohs. So how does it feel to know that Ireland got there before the Egyptians?
Unless you can
It's
prove
not
it.
the same question though.
Huh?
Like, that window that let
Yeah.
them through. How would people at that time
Yeah.
know how to do something like
Yeah.
that? Like, I don't think we now know how to do that.
Yeah.
No, it's not that difficult.
I don't think, no, because even like, I was reading this article about the pyramid. I think it was I don't know what his name is, but on his birthday, the light enters and shines on his face. Until you have
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
So, and they said like until now no one knows how.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. The problem is in the case of Ireland, they have no written record. So like, if they did have writing, someone would have written it down, like, you know, apprenticeships and teaching and all that. But this information is lost forever. We just don't know how they did it, but they were able to do it. So this stone structure, that's the light in, like in the pyramids once a year. And not only that, the structure is completely waterproof. So like the structure is 5,000 years old and no water got in it. And the other amazing thing is there's no mortar in it. Do you know mortar? No cement. It's only stones stacked on top of each other. It's completely stone. There's no binding agent. And it hasn't moved, you know, like it's a solid structure. Whereas I don't know if the pyramids have any kind of are they just stones stacked on top of each other, or is there some mortar in between? It's just stones stacked on top of each other. How they did it, mystery. Yes, yes. Some aliens, that's a classical alien.
Teletubbies existed.
Teletubbies is another one. Teletubbies is another one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Time traveling aliens, perhaps? Why not? Did you cool down?